Welcome back to my channel Ankura Education. From today onwards, I would like to discuss about the quantitative aptitude subject. That means this is a very important subject for every engineering student for writing the competitive exams as well as the job related exams. So I would like to discuss about the topics in quantitative aptitude from today onwards. So let us go to the first topic, that is about the time and work. All know that the work is defined as the amount of job assigned or the amount of job actually done. This is what we know as work. So here there is one more important term to remember, that is the efficiency. The efficiency is the caliber to do the work, or the efficiency, that means the strength or the effort that we use to do a work is called as the efficiency. And the time taken to do a work is inversely proportional to the work done. So if a man, suppose a man works fast, then he'll need less time to reach the goal. In the same way, if the man runs slowly or he walks slowly, then he takes more time to reach the goal. That is very simple to understand. That means the time and work are inversely proportional to each other. Efficiency is inversely proportional to the time taken to do the work. That means the efficiency and time taken will vary inversely when the work is constant. That means wages, if any, are to be distributed according to the amount of work done by the individuals, otherwise according to the efficiency of the individuals. These are the two ways of asking the problems. That means these are very important concept to remember. In every problem we have to adapt these situations and we have to proceed with the calculations after that. So better to remember that the time is inversely proportional to the work done, as well as the efficiency is inversely proportional to the time taken to do the work. This is very important to remember. And there is also one more important point in time and work. This is the basic, you can say. So if A can do a piece of work in n days, that means A can do a work in n days, then A is 1 day's work. That means A in 1 day, how much amount of work is done by A is given by the expression 1 by n. That is the work done in 1 day. In other terms, we can say that A can finish the work in n days, or 1 day's work means it is 1 by n, or if they ask to find the work done, then it is n. So A can finish the work in n days, we can say in other terms. So this is what about the work done by A. There is one more important point, that is if A is twice as good as B. If suppose in the problem if they mention like this, that means if A is twice as good as B, then the work done will be in the ratio of 2:1, because A is twice as good as B kabatti. So we are taking 2:1. And ratios of time, as the time is inversely proportional to the work done, it would be reverse of the first condition. That means it would be 1:2 instead of 2:1. It would be 1:2. That means we can understand that the work done is in the ratio of 2:1, whereas the time taken is in the ratio of 1:2. So this is what the difference between the work done and the time. This is also very useful, and we have to remember it throughout the class. So let us do some examples, and I would like to say some shortcuts which are easy, and we can solve these problems within 2 or 3 seconds almost. So better to follow my lesson very carefully, and I hope you understand my lesson. If you have any doubts and queries, you can comment in my comment box, and if you want any another type of model, you can also tell that in my comment box. Thank you. The first one is A does a work in 10 days and B does a work in 15 days. That same work in 15 days. That means A is taking 10 days of time to do a work and B is taking 15 days of time to complete the same work. So let us consider this as N1 and N2. That means N1 N2. Then in how many days they together will do the same work? That was the question they have asked for. So A plus B will complete the work in how many days? That is what the question. So here the shortcut we have to apply here is N1 N2 by N1 plus N2. For all types of problems in this model, we have to apply formula n1 n2 by n1 plus n2. This is very, very important, and this is the most simplest way of doing these kinds of problem. So substitute n1 and n2 here. So if we substitute n1 and n2, we get 10 into 15 by 10 plus 15. So that could be 150 by 25. So if we simplify this, we will get it as 6. So A and B can complete their work, that is the same work, in 6 number of days. That is the answer. So let us do one more problem based on the same model. Let us consider the second problem, that is, if A can finish a work in 18 days and B can do the same work in half the time taken by A. Here they did not mention the number of days directly, but they have mentioned it in an indirect way that we have to understand. So what we can understand from the previous statement is A can do a work in 18 days. So let's say this as N1, and B can take N2, that means N2 number of days to complete the same kind of work, and that N2 is specified in a indirect way, that is half the time taken by A, that means half of 18, which is 9 days. So N2 is what? 9 days. So that we have to understand from the given statements. Then what they have asked to find? Then working together, what part of the same work they can finish in a day. That means they are asking for the work done by A and B, that is A plus B's 1 day's work is equal to how much. So similar, this is very similar to the first problem, that is the same thing. So we have to apply here also the formula, that is N1 N2 by N1 plus N2. If we substitute the values, then we can get 18 into 9 by 18 plus 9. So if we simplify this, 18 9s are 172 divided by 27. So what we can write, 9 3s are 9 1s are, so how much? 82. 9 1s are 9, 9 8s are 72. So, and we get 3 6 are 18. So, the work done by A plus B is nothing but is in 6 days. But what they have asked for, what part of the same work they can finish in a day. So the formula here we have to apply is 1 by n. That means if A can do a work in n days, then A's 1 day's work, 1 day's work is nothing but 1 by n. So similarly here A plus B's 1 day's work is 1 by 6. So this is what the answer for this question. So this is another type of question by using the same kind of formula. So here the trick is that here the answer what we get from this formula is 6, but they did not ask the work done, they asked the work done in a day. So we have to inverse it simply. So 1 by 6. So very important to use this concept each and everywhere while solving these problems. That means we have to be very conscious what they have asked for in the question. Here this is another type of problem, that is A, B and C. Here 3 men are doing the work. A, B and C can complete a piece of work in 24, 6 and 12 days respectively. Working together they will complete the work in how many days? So the options are given like this. So here also we have to use the same concept, but only the difference I will say. So first let us take A and B. That means A is taking 24 days, say N1, and B is taking 6 days, say N2, and C is taking 12 days, say N3. First we will find the number of days for A and B working together for A and B. So A plus B will take how many days? Then we have to use the same formula as we discussed in the earlier model, that is N1 N2 by N1 plus N2. So we can get 24 into 6 by 24 plus 6. So that we can get as 144 divided by 30. So if we cancel this, we will get the answer as 24 by 5. So this is the work done for A and B. So we have to find for all the 3. So that is what we have to find, A plus B plus C we have to find. So we have to multiply this product that we have obtained from both A and B with C. So the formula could be A plus B into N3 divided by A plus B plus N3. So the same formula, but here we are taking first 2 and then we are multiplying the product with the remaining. So that could be 24 by 5 into 12 divided by 24 by 5 plus 12. So the simplification could be 24 into 12 divided by 24 plus 60. That means we are cancelling out here 5, and then we are getting the answer as 288 divided by 84. If we cancel these things, then we will get say 4 7s are 4 2s are 4 2s are 4 1s are, then what, 3 2s are 3 4s are 3 7s are. So A plus, and that means A, B and C can do the same work in 24 by 7 days. They asked to, that means they asked the work done, only the work done, not in one day. So we are not inverting the answer. So simply we are taking it as 24 by 7. If we convert it into fractions, that means improper fractions, then we will get 3 by 7 days. So this is what is there in the answer. So let's take the C option. So here the method of doing the problem is similar to the first one, but instead of 2, here they mentioned 3, and we are first we are taking the 2, that means A and B first, and we are doing the product, and then we are taking C into consideration. Then after that the formula that we have used is similar to both A, B and C also. So this is what the way. There is another way of doing this problem, but this is what the basic concept, and this is very easy to remember. This is a shortcut we can say, but sometimes we can remember it or sometimes we can forget. So I would like to prefer the first one, but if you want you can do it in another way also. So 1 by 24, this is what the number of days taken by A. In one day A can do this much of work, and in one day B can do 1 by 6. So 1 day's work we are taking here. So A can take 24 days, no? So we are taking 1 by 24. A's 1 day's work is 1 by 24. B's 1 day's work is 1 by 6. And similarly C's 1 day's work is 1 by 12. So if we simplify this, we will get the answer as 7 by 24. This is what 1 day's work. So 1 day's work is 7 by 24, but we want the total work done. So work done is nothing but inverse of the 1 day's work. So that could be 24 by 7. That is nothing but 3 by 7. Here the simplification, if you want, I will tell you. Here we have to take the LCM first. We have to take the LCM first. So that could be 24. So 1 plus 4 plus 2. That is nothing but 7 by 24. In this way I got 7 by 24, and here we have to inverse this, because this is 1 day's work and this is the total work done. So that could be 3 by 7 days. This is more simpler than the first. The two ways of doing this problem, you can use whichever is convenient for you, and I will tell you another problem for this model also. That means the same kind of problem but in a different way. So a man can do a job in 15 days. So let us take this man as A and 15 days, and this as N1. His father takes 20 days. His father, so he is another person. So let us consider him as B, and takes 20 days. So let us take it as N2, and his son finishes it in 25 days. So his son, he is the third person here. So let us take him as C in 25 days. So let us take this as N3. So here the problem is very simple, and this is very similar to the first problem now, because here instead of specifying A, B, C, they mentioned a man, his father and his son. That's what the difference between the above problem and this one. So a man can do a job in 15 days, his father takes 20 days and his son finishes it in 25 days. How long they will take to complete the work if all work together? So the same way, so we can use the same problem, that is A's 1 day's work is nothing but 1 by 15 plus B's 1 day's work is 1 by 20 and C's 1 day's work is 1 by 25. That means here we are using 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2 plus 1 by N3, because we are considering the 1 day's work of A, B and C. So A plus B plus C can do the work amount of 1 by 15 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 25 in 1 day. That we have to remember. So let us take the LCM for this. So the LCM could be 300 and 15. So here we get it as 20 plus 20. So this could be 20 means 15. So 25, for 25 we get it as 12. So if we simplify this, we get the answer as 57 divided by 300. So 15 plus 12, 27, 27 plus 20, 27 plus 20, this could be 47, 47 by 300. This is the work done in 1 day. So what they've asked were the work together, how long they will take to complete a work if all work together. That means they asked the total work done. So we have to invert this answer. So work done is equal to 300 by 47. So if we cancel these things, then it could be 6.4 days. So the options here is C. So approximately 6.4 days. These many days they will complete the work if they all work together. So this is what the approach, and I also discussed another way. If you want, you can use that method also. Problem here, a man can do a piece of work in 5 days, and with the help of his son he can do it in 3 days. So here both the persons can do the work in different days, 5 days and 3 days. In what time can the son do it alone? That means man and his son can complete the work in 5 days and 3 days, but only the son works, then in how many days he can complete his work? That means that is what the question asks. That means man can do the work in 5 days, and with the help of his son, that means man plus son can do the work in 3 days. But here they are asking for the time taken by the son to do this work alone. That means we have to find the time taken by the son here. The formula that we have to, or the shortcut we have to use here is A plus B into B by B minus A plus B. Here they are asking for the son, so we can modify this formula as son alone. So it could be M plus S into M divided by M minus M plus S. That means the work, that the number of days that have been taken for the man and the son into the number of days taken by the man divided by the man, that means the number of days taken by the man minus the number of days taken by the man and the son. This is what the formula. This is when they asked for son alone. The same formula we can use for the father alone. If the only change here is, instead of M we are writing S if they asked for father. So this is what the change that we made in this formula. If they asked for the amount of work done by the father. So substitute this. M plus S is nothing but 3 days into 5 divided by 5 minus 3. So 15 by 2 days. So this is the work done by the son alone. So 15 by 2 days he can complete his work without the help of his father. But in the option they can also give it in an indirect way. So 15 by 2 means we can write it as 7.5 days. So this is the shortcut that we have to use for this kind of problem. Suppose if A and B are working together, and if they asked us to find the work done by A alone or B alone, then we have to use this formula. This is the formula if they asked for the work done by A alone. If suppose they asked for the work done by B alone, then it could be A plus B into A by A minus A plus B. That is what the change we have to make to this formula if they asked for B's work done alone. So this is an indirect way of asking the question. So here they mentioned A is twice as good as workman as B, and together they finish a piece of work in 18 days. So in how many days will A alone can finish the work? So at the beginning of this session, I discussed that A is twice as good as workman B means the work done by A and B are in the ratio of 2:1. This is the work done, whereas the time taken would be 1:2. I think you remember this. So let's start doing this problem. So A is to B is equal to 2:1. So A and B can finish the work in 18 days. This is what A and B. But they are asking for the number of days that A can finish the work alone. So if we want to find the number of days for A alone, then we have to find first what is the 1 day's work of A and B together. 1 day's work could be 1 by n. So 1 by n is nothing but 1 by 18, and they are asking for A alone work, no? So we have to take A's alone work is equal to 1 by n is nothing but 1 by 18 into this ratio. So 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1, because the A's proportion is 2 here, we are taking 2 in the numerator side. So 1 by 18 into 2 by 3. So if we simplify this, we will get 1 by 27. This is the A's alone work in one day. But they are asking for the total number of days. So total number of days would be inverse of the above one. So it could be 27 days. So A can finish the same amount of work in 27 days if he works alone. So this is what the approach. So here that is what they have specified here is A is to B is nothing but 2 is to 1. That means A is twice as good as B. So we can take 2 is to 1 here, and we have to find the 1 day's work of A and B, and then we have to find the A's alone work. Because they are asking for A, we are taking the proportion as 2 by 3. Suppose if B alone work they asked, suppose in the question, then we have to modify, that means the method is same, but only the change here is instead of 2 we have to take 1, because the proportion of work done by B here is 1. So we have to take 1 in the numerator and by 2 plus 1, that is 3. So 1 by 18 into 1 by 3. So we can take 1 by 54. So B can finish the work in 54 days. This is how we do the problems. So this is clear to you up to now. So if you have any doubts and queries, you can comment in my comment box, as I mentioned in the first of my video, that is at the starting. So you can ask me for any kind of help. I am ready to help you guys. So you can comment me in my comment box. So if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.